From being the first League Pro in history to reach a KDA of 100 to having an entire cult following, here are 20 times Chovy proved he's the best in the game. Going back to his early days in Griffin, Chovy was already being hyped as the next star of the LCK. And in his rookie split, Game 5 against Africa Freaks, during the semifinals of the 2018 Summer Playoffs, we would see his first brilliance.
Moving over, Tarzan has barely
It's a one-way trip.
He has the flash and he doesn't get it! As Tarzan gets so much back from the Kingship. Oh, man! Shockwave! As Korra cannot do anything to answer. And Griffin, they may have just won the game off the back of Chovy. That's the double kill. Tucson, he's looking for more, and there's the triple. Chovy, the 17-year-old, the youngest man in the LCK, may have just brought Griffin to the grand final of the LCK.
While Tarzan didn't manage to steal the Baron from Africa, Chovy made sure Griffin didn't walk out empty-handed. This moment becomes even more legendary when you realize that, at the time, Chovy was just 17 years old and already was brimming with potential. The next season, Chovy continued to show off, playing like Prime Faker on his signature LeBlanc, and picking up one hell of a solo kill against Liv Sandbox's Dove.
He's looking to get more aggressive now with that blue. Oh, change coming in.
On fleek.
Oh boy.
The other way.
The bait is coming in
Oh
with the barrier. He misses it and the follow-up with the dash. Chovy follows up, picks up the kill.
Although Griffin ended up losing the game after, Chovy's decision to engage on Dove after he wasted his miasma, combined with the presence of mind to then dodge cast Q, and ultimate demonstrated just how good of a player he already was, even back in 2019. Literally in the next series in week 4 of the game season, Chovy then pulled off one of the nastiest 1v2 outplays in the LCK on Zoe. Going up against KT Rolster, 6 minutes into the game, BDD's LeBlanc and UMT's Jarvan tried ganking Chovy in the mid lane. Down 0-1, this was KT's opportunity to turn the series around. Unfortunately for them, Chovy's, well, Chovy.
Won't be the same after he picks up that wave, but now trying to get on top of Chovy here. That is going to land, but he does have cleanse and even flashes away from that one. Follow-up trouble bubble. Oh! Trying to get nasty here. Nearly gets him, but flashes in for the kill. First blood goes to Chovy, but has he got too far? No! The miss is Chovy is going to sidestep, and Umpty goes down. Chovy, what a madman!
Knowing that the duo has no damage left after he dodged all of their abilities, Chovy played on the knife's edge enough to deal lethal damage to BDD while baiting Umpty into lower with a cheeky sidestep. In the next play, Chovy proved that he really could compete with the best, taking down Faker, the unkillable Demon King in the 2019 LCK Summer Finals. For the second time that season, Griffin was up against SKT in the playoffs finals, and with a 4k gold deficit and Akali bullying him near tower, Chovy was on the back foot after getting low from a bad trade.
Sitting in hard.
1-3-1 is there, Chovy.
Faker wants to say see you later, but he's under shroud, and Chovy is actually going to outplay him. There you go.
But with a well-timed Zhonya's to dodge Faker's shuriken, followed by an immediate dash away from the second part of Akali's perfect execution, Chovy outplays Faker and does what no mere mortal can accomplish, solo killing the GOAT. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and back in 2020, Chovy did the impossible by making Morgana look like one of the coolest champions of the game with a 5-head chain CC solo kill.
It's again, it seems like it's deja vu from T1.
Chovy, can he do it? What have we built for ourselves? We have an extra fiendish codex.
No, and yep, Chovy uses all of his spells and fly.
Oh my god, it's Chovy, the most calculated ever.
Chovy knew his limits, slowing Fly to get close enough for the guaranteed stun into Root, and all that's left for him was to walk away and let Twisted Fate suffer a slow and painful death. Later on in the season, Chovy definitely converted more followers to the Church of Chovy after brilliantly playing around Fog of War in this 1v4 outplay against Gen G. Just when all hope seemed lost for DRX, Chovy, like Faker's Galio in the iconic 2017 semifinals against RNG, saved the day.
And I think maybe the ruse was a bit too cunning. Oh, the Chovy! Chovy gets back in the double stamp. Yoshik gonna bite down the Leona, and it takes another turn.
The game was mostly in DRX's favor for the entire game, but at 35 minutes, it looked like Gen G was finally turning things around. But that massive 4-man taunt with his Galio turned the team fight around and set up DRX to win the game, then later the series 2-1, being the difference maker that separated the two team standings. Give Chovy a carry, however, and you'll see exactly what he's capable of, like in Week 5 of the 2021 LCK summer season, with the series tied 1-1 and their hyper carry Kog'Maw just taken down. The fight didn't look good for Hanwha Life Esports. That is, until Chovy joined in with his Akali.
As he wanders on in, okay, Chovy into, is this the opportunity? They take down the Aphelios as he finds the perfect execution, but so does Dove. The Lee Sin also going to fall down as Chovy still trying to fight this one out. Dove in trouble, the 5-point strike's good. That's the triple, that's the Quadra. Hop's going to be the Pentakill, and Chovy, we said they had to kill the Akali. They didn't do it.
Oh, they did not. He ends up getting a Penta here, a massive turn.
Dashing left and right in what was practically a 2v5, Chovy solo carried HLE to win them the series and was rightfully named player of the game with a stunning 12-0-2 record. A 10k gold lead, sole point, and 1 win away from advancing deeper into the 2021 LCK Regional Finals at 24 minutes, all that was left for Hanwha Life Esports was to end the game. But of course, they just had to end it in style as Chovy and Deft linked up for an alley-oop play. Perfectly sidestepping the Azir wall, then diving him all the way to his base, Chovy made sure his fate ended right then and there. Diving even deeper in the next play, Chovy humiliated all of Bro in 2022, LCK summer season. Bro were already on the retreat after Gen G took Dragon, but Chovy didn't just want to let them go scot-free. What happened after that was a complete massacre.
Coming in and Peanut's just going to flash away. Chovy wants to continue though. Lands that perfect charm, and he's got Roller with the damage right behind him. Lands another one, the Stopwatch in their faces. That's another charm is going to land. You've got to be kidding me. Triple kill comes in, and another dash is available. Chovy gets low. He's looking for that highlight play. He already made it.
Pulling off the tough dash through the wall, Chovy catches Hana Ziri off guard and wipes fretted Brion out one by one, with only the general surviving with a sliver of HP to his name. 5,000 goal behind DK's Showmaker, Canyon, and Naguri, Gen G were looking for a way to come back in Week 8 of the summer season. After failing to pick off Peanut, Gen G wanted to push their man advantage. Seeing an opportunity, Chovy went for the shuffle angle.
Frontlining for his team, what a huge play! And Chovy gets a massive sweep into 4 of them! And Gen G, yes, they will still lose 2 members, but who cares? Because they win the fight, they ace everybody.
Chovy instantly shifted across the river towards the low health members of DK, and with a well-positioned flash, swept all 4 to get the ace and the Baron. To follow up that massive shuffle, Chovy pulled off an even more insane play with a stolen Sylas ultimate during the same tournament. With the Kwangdong Freaks on Soul Point, Gen G put them in a bad position as KDF desperately forced the objective.
Comes the Rakan, but a little bit too little, so a massive Gnar into the wall. Chovy gets it down, and they were just waiting for the one moment, and they get it done perfectly.
Staying just outside of range to give them a false sense of security, Chovy dashes with Abscon, flashes, then pummels almost all of KDF to the wall with the stolen Gnar ult. Gen G ended up closing the game 5 minutes later, winning the series against KDF with a dominant 2-0. In the last week of the 2023 LCK spring season, the Messiah of the Church of Chovy had to pull off another miracle yet again, as both Gen G and DK were neck and neck, fighting for Elder Dragon, with the victor likely closing out the game. But as we've seen time and time again, Chovy has proven that he can turn any dire situation around in his team's favor.
Now the arrow is going to connect. Now Ken is looking for it, but Chovy, he dives in first. Can he find it as the Elder is taken by Gen G? It's massive. Canyon now has to get out of there, and Deft is dead. DK, I think they've just lost the game.
As Elder was about to go down, DK made the mistake of grouping up against Yone. Seeing the opportunity, Chovy charged in using Yone's ult, knocking up Canyon and instantly killing DK's bot lane, winning them the fight and the game in one fell swoop. While 2023 ended up being T1's year in Worlds, back home, Chovy and Gen G dominating. Starting in spring in Game 1 of the Grand Finals, Chovy humbled one of the best top laners the world has ever seen in an isolated 1v1.
Through so much money being picked up on this Jace right now. Chovy?
Oh, great little charm here from Chovy. As Zeus finds himself the shot blast. Chovy still needs to be careful. He flashes to get the orb interception, and that's the solo kill.
First landing the charm, then using R flash to make sure his orb hits on the way back. Chovy really outplayed Zeus in his own island, but being 2 levels down, I guess you could say Zeus had it coming. In the next play, Chovy managed to turn around a losing teamfight 1v4 against Europe's best. In their first match against G2 during the bracket stage of MSI 2023, it seemed like G2 were on the verge of a comeback as they chased down Peas and Peanut with huge bounties on their heads. But unluckily for them, Chovy's Ahri was now teleporting in.
Coming in from Chovy, he's looking for the flank with the Cosmic Drivers. Peanut is locked up. Pays down towards the bottom side. Peanut shut out of the fight. Pays will dash away, but Chovy on the back line finds one already. He's looking for more as he dives onto Mickey. That's another. The counter TP, but Pays takes another. And Chovy and Pays just dance around on the edge of the abyss. They play with G2. Caps pops the stopwatch. Pays dashes out of vision. And the frozen tomb will be your icy grave, Caps, as Gen G clean up the fight.
It's a Quadra kill. They're delayed one for Chovy.
Even if they were ahead, Chovy's patience to go in and out at the right time left G2 no opportunity to fight back and take away any hope they had of winning the game. In the 2023 mid-season invitational, on the brink of elimination with super minions knocking on the Nexus towers and the rest of his team dead, Chovy was Gen G's last hope. But by some chance, Gen G almost reverse swept T1 in that very series. How? It all started with this play.
Gen G thought they saw a moment of weakness and they were right, but it wasn't T1 that was weak. Oh, it was not enough at all. He's going to die to a turret, and Chovy is going to sit on the base. There are minions that are winning the game in the meantime.
But it can't end.
Well, I mean, the minions might be able to, but Zeus definitely isn't, as Chovy once again going to try and go for the drive-by. The zombie mode might be able to be what gets some work done to these turrets, as Chovy says, no, I would like to last hit it, not going to be able to do so. So, the game continues.
After buying Stopwatch just in time with a single bar of his HP left, Chovy bought enough time to execute Owner under turret and after defend the base by taking down Zeus. Even the casters didn't notice the play until later on. That was how small the difference was between them losing and winning the game right there. By Worlds in 2023, Gen G and T1 were already long established as rivals after taking turns, winning in the LCK. But in the Swiss stage of Worlds 2023, Chovy definitely had Faker's number in a 1v1 solo kill in the side lane.
They know that Guma can fall back to that mid turret is okay, Faker.
Yeah, Faker in a lot of trouble here. Chovy on the chase. It's really difficult to get away from this. Akali, he hits the shuriken as the Shockwave lands, does not care, and Owner can't do anything about it. Chovy just gonna pick up that kill.
Even with Phase Rush procced and his Shockwave connecting, Faker just couldn't escape as Chovy perfectly timed the crowd control with a shuriken flip. Truly a masterclass in assassination from the Gen G mid laner. Continuing to show his individual prowess that Worlds, Chovy, already level 17 on Sylas, single-handedly forced an engage on G2 30 minutes into Game 1, Day 3 of the Swiss stage. An engage that led to Gen G's win while Chovy got to pick up a Quadra kill along the way.
Tempo is what they're going to need to do is now Chovy finds himself in Nature's Grasp, gets rid of it immediately as the chains are not going to connect the rocket jump just to buffer, so the CC's going to be there, and in goes Delight, finds the angle this time around, and Caps is dead already. Chovy goes gold, and Delight finds the knock-up, and Broken Blade was looking for him. Mickey's going to die in the backline. It's a triple, a double. There's the triple for Chovy. And now Broken Blade, I think it might be the Pentakill, our fourth of the tournament. That would be absurd. Chovy is pretty low trying to get into this one, and Peanut wants to feed it to him.
Don't do it, Peanut!
No flash is available. He's Peanut! He did that to Ruler so many times throughout the years. Ruler left the team, and now he has to do it to Chovy.
Peanut says Pentas are earned. Where were you?
With his team behind him, Chovy led the charge with his own stolen Nature's Grasp, which got him in the G2's backline, taking down all of their damage in Caps and Hansama. Unfortunately, he doesn't end up getting the Penta as Peanut once again trolls yet another Gen G teammate. While it is Faker alone that has an Ahri skin made in his honor, Chovy's Ahri is nothing to scoff at. In the 2024 LCK Spring Split group stage, Gen G were slowly pushing T1 down mid. Looking to counter their push, Faker's Talia tried to block off Gen G with Weaver's wall. Knowing this, Chovy took advantage of his position and charmed Faker out of his wall.
Elias's flash, but yeah, now a wall comes down here. That's, yeah, Faker's just probably dead here, in a ton of trouble. He will flash and immediately dies.
What makes this play even more impressive is that if you look closer, the only way Chovy could have seen Faker coming was either through the Twisted Fate ult or the audio cue of Talia's ultimate. Not only has Chovy been a playmaker, he's also been an innovator, playing champs like K'Sante in mid or popularizing Azir's infamous tank build. But in the 2024 LCK Spring Playoffs, he put 2 and 2 together, absorbing pressure for his team, then making a huge play to turn the fight and the game around once again.
Zero, they don't quite do it though, and the damage comes through, but look at the damage. Chovy gets a 3-man sweep on in, and just turns the fight, takes out the Zeri. Down goes the light, down goes Doran, and Zeka is alone. The stopwatch timing is so good, but Chovy eventually does go down, but it's traded. Gen G, they take a huge fight in the mid lane.
Despite being engaged by Vi's ultimate, Rakan's charm, and Jace's Q, Chovy simply walks out these, re-engages for his team through a classic shuffle. Then after that, he still dodged Rakan's knockup. Just too bad that his team didn't want to body block Talia's rocks for him. At this point, we can all agree that Chovy is currently the best League of Legends player in the world. Even the LPL's best team, BLG, acknowledged his greatness in the playoffs of MSI 2024 as they dedicated 13 out of their 15 bans to banning out Chovy from games 1 to 3. And when they eased up on the bans in game 4, Chovy got Azir's and then proceeded to flame Horizon Knight, one of the best mid laners in the world, while also leading his team in kills. Soon after, Gen G won the tournament after beating BLG in their finals rematch, and Chovy finally won his first ever international trophy as the team's best player.